Well, it's supposed to be a rainy day. You can see the gray sky, but it's hot. It's not rainy. And I decided to leave the house and to travel around Tel Aviv a little bit. First of all, it's healthy. Secondly, why not to make another video? You can see the street of HaTachana and new buildings, new coffee places. And I'm on the way to Neve Tzedek, just to show you how beautiful it is. Let me cross the street for you. I want you to see that building. Preservation. This is the word in English, and that's what we are doing. I will show you why. But if you want to see the stock market building is right in front of you. Although the war actually stopped the economic of Israel, the stock market is still strong. The shekel is amazingly strong. Now, look at that. If they wanted to build that building, which you can say beautiful or not, they have to preserve that building. Lovely, isn't it? And not only that building as well. Those are the buildings that were built in Tel Aviv just before, let's say, the 30s. Do you want to see the first two buildings of Tel Aviv? You are going to see it soon. The name of the city of Tel Aviv before they call it Tel Aviv was Ahuzat Bayit. It's like the house mansion or something like that. It was the first Zionist city in Israel. The idea was to have our own economic, not to be dependent on the charities from abroad. Look at that building. I want you to think about only the first floor. That was the original building with a round corner for carriages. And the second story was built later on. That was the second house. And they didn't talk with each other. They were kind of enemies because Mr. Weiss, wanted that corner to be round too, but he did whatever he wanted to do. And because of it, they didn't talk with each other. This is Herzl Street, one of the first streets of Tel Aviv. But we are leaving now the city of Tel Aviv, just to show you HaTachana Street. And look at that skyscraper. It was the highest building in the Middle East until the 80s. Unbelievable. It was built at the year that I was born, 1962. Let me cross that. And as my mother said, I used to look at that building and I was quite surprised as a child. I don't remember it, of course. Then I'm leaving now the city of Tel Aviv and entering to one of the neighborhoods of Jaffa. But before that, let me tell you that Jaffa, Tel Aviv, until 1921 was part of Jaffa. Today, Jaffa is part of Tel Aviv. It was around the 80s, when all the people started to leave the wall of their cities, Jerusalem, for example, and Jaffa as well. All right, let me see if it will stop. Maybe it will stop. It's against the law. Let me show you the skyscraper, Mayor Tower. And let us enter to a totally different. So, forgot to mention it. Before that tower was built, you could see here the main school of Tel Aviv, and it been destroyed to build that place. And then the people of Tel Aviv started to shout, "How dare you destroying the heritage of the city?" Now the neighbor that we are entering was almost the same. The idea was to destroy it at the 80s and to build something new instead. The people of Tel Aviv were very powerful, and we stopped the city hall from doing it. And I think now you will be able to see one of the most beautiful neighborhoods of Tel Aviv. But let me, because it's a little bit noisy, let me make a detour. Then you can see immediately the difference. Skyscrapers. And you can say the old city of Tel Aviv now. In Neve Tzedek, which is a biblical word, one of the names of God, you can find endless restaurants. And all of them are good. Really good. I mean, look at that. Look at that. That amazing 5-star restaurant is a vegan restaurant, Meshek Barzilai. I think Tel Aviv and Israel, it's the capital of the vegan in that word. Let me walk through Shabazi Street, Shalom Shabazi Street, to show you a little bit what's happened now. Remember, it's a rainy day, then I'm not sure that you will find lots of Israelis here. Tourists, we're not talking about it yet. Narrow streets, 1 or 2 stories building. Each building a different kind of. Let me walk on there. It's so beautiful, isn't it? Endless restaurants, endless boutique shops. So many small streets to the right and to the left. A truck behind me. Funny to say that the mayor actually tried to bring back the one-way street in Tel Aviv. For example, in my street, they narrow it from 2 lanes to 1 lane, where it'll be with a very wide sidewalks. And I'm happy with it. No more buses, no more public buses in my street. And they started to give a permit to build higher building, but not so high, to keep the environment as it used to be. It all started with one rabbi who said, his doctor said, you must leave the walls of Jaffa. Look at the great gallery. You must leave the wall of Jaffa, and you must live in a country. This was the country. It was outside the walls of the city of Jaffa, and he built himself a small neighborhood. But people didn't want to be there because it was kind of a wild area, and it took him a while until he saw new neighbors around it. The land was owned by the Shlush Jewish family, and they actually gave the land for free, just buy the blocks from them, and that's what they did. Anita is one of the best ice cream. This is the yogurt part, but you will see the real ice cream. Hello, doggy. All right. This is Penis Street. Yeah. Well, it's not mine. It's, first of all, Shabazi. He wants to know how to pronounce Shabazi Street. Shalom Shabazi. And Penis Street. Yes. This is the Anita that I love. I love ice cream. Very good one. Wow, this is a piece of art. Everything that you see here, I want to have in my house. I love the colors, I love the idea. The only thing that I need is a big house for that. Oh, you know what? I can get that too. Let me show you what I will buy in my dreams. Oh, look at that. This is amazing, and this is me. I don't know if you can see me because it's blinking. It's a wonderful rainy day, isn't it? I'm wearing a jacket, which is was horrible. Sorry, this is the end of my asthmatic. I'm wearing a jacket, which is a huge mistake, but I have no other choice but to leave it on me. All right, books for free. Oh, wow. And this is actually a great idea, mainly because now you can find in every site of Tel Aviv, every garden of Tel Aviv, kind of a library like that. You can actually take a book for free and you can bring there your books that you are not using anymore. It's very close to Christmas time and Hanukkah. You can see the candle broom, the menorahs, and the Zionist people, leaders of us. Beautiful place, I must say. It's so hot now. Gosh. I want to show you something special. Now, the first people who lived in that neighborhood weren't Zionists. That actually they lived according to the old tradition. They were studying the Torah, maybe they worked a little bit, but the idea was to be in Israel and to be buried in Israel. The Zionists, they said, no more charity. If you want to give us money as a charity, it's okay, but we are going to have our own economy. That neighborhood, Neve Tzedek, which is an oasis in English, is part of Tel Aviv now. Construction everywhere in Tel Aviv. Oh, look at the manchalach. It's to keep the window open. Let me see. Yeah. You can see the women? I know that it's difficult. That's the women figure. And that's the man figure. And the story tells us that when the man left the house, the woman used to do that. And now her lover knew that he can actually enter the house without any problems. Run corners, remember, for carriages. We didn't talk about cars at that time. Another beautiful gallery. And one of my favorite cat and wife, Ronit is the name of my wife. It's not her shop, but it's her name. And the cat used to be a very, it used to be a tree, a eucalyptus tree, and it blocked the street. Then they turned it into something beautiful. A new building is emerging here. They kept the facade of the ancient building and they will add a little bit more of it. And graffiti that I love, and it's actually not anymore graffiti, mainly because it's more like a pop art now, because it's with a permit of the city hall by Dede and Nitzan. One of my favorite coffee place before the war, Suzanne. They have excellent food there. It's not so expensive, but you know, I can buy myself only a coffee and something small next to it. And I want us to visit that place. Education in Judaism was very important, even though we are talking about the old settlements. The whole settlement, they spoke Yiddish, Ladino, Arabic, and a little bit of Hebrew, but only a little bit of Hebrew. Here, there were two main schools. One in French, which is the international language at that time, and one in Hebrew. Now, there were two schools, because the people were religious, then for men and for women. Look at that baby. It reminds me of my daughter. She was in that fontaine most of the summertime. Today, those two places, it's called Suzanne Dellal Center, is the modern ballet center. I'm going there from time to time when I'm getting a discount tickets from the city hall. If you like modern ballet, don't miss it. Most of the modern ballet is now from Israel. I think international companies are afraid to arrive to Israel because of the propaganda of the bad people around us. But you actually can see everything here. Then one school was taught in French, another one in Hebrew. The men, what do you think? Did they study Hebrew, the new language, or French? Then the men study French, because we are talking business. The women was taught in Hebrew because they could and they would and they did teach or taught their children Hebrew. You can see here a little bit of orange trees, mainly because most of Jaffa was covered with it, and today it's a real estate area. Then they kept those trees for a memorial. Not kept, it's new trees, but the idea is to keep the environment of ancient Jaffa or ancient Neve Tzedek. Let's look at that beautiful yard. Look at that beautiful palm trees. And the local water system. Can hear a little bit. I don't know if you can hear, but I can hear a little bit of the music of the Batsheva company dance. Beautiful houses there. Beautiful houses. A lot of history, but I'm not really talking about the history of that neighborhood because it's maybe and very important for Israelis, but not so important for us. I want to show you something else. We are living now in Neve Tzedek. There was a wall here, and what you could see at the other side was the train to Jerusalem, from Jaffa to Jerusalem. For so many years it was here, neglected, no one used it. Boring, boring, boring. And then they decided to build a light rail, which is beneath that street. And above they build a park. Then it's a new park with small coffee places. See the rail? Not bad, isn't it? The other side of it, you can see graffiti. Because that is the border between two neighborhoods. Neve Tzedek, which is the neighborhood that we travel now, very rich, very expensive places, no graffiti. And Florentine, which is here for the other side, full of graffiti, which is another tour that we can actually do. I can make, my favorite coffee place is right there. They have excellent small cakes. What can I say? I need you to come back to Israel. I need you to hire me as your tour guide. I want to buy more coffee here. And I already drank my coffee today. Promise myself 1 coffee a day. And that's because of money problems. Graffiti, is it pollution? Is it art? I think it's a combination between those two. Elifelet, it's the train station, light train station of Tel Aviv. And I'm taking you to the train station, the old one. This is the new one. Oh, now it's a little bit breezy because we are very close to the sea, to the Mediterranean. A lot of the graffiti is from the war. You can see here the faces of some of the 250 Israelis that were kidnapped by the terrorists of Gaza. And more graffiti about it. For example, a lot of football teams, soccer teams, used to prepare graffitis like that to memorize people who've been killed at that horrible October 7. Most of the people Israelis who've been kidnapped are back in Israel, alive and dead. 3 dead ones are still not with us. One of them is from Thailand. You can see their light rail. And you know that I love trains. You know that I love trains. I'm taking that train from time to time just to enjoy the ride. It doesn't reach to my house. 6 people have been murdered by the Gazan Palestinian terrorists. And Israel is actually freeing Palestine from those terrorists now. And we are entering now into the ancient, not so ancient, 19th century train station to Jerusalem from the Ottoman's time. You can see the sandstone, and this is one of my best coffee places. Another one, yeah, you know that I'm a coffeeholic. Nachat. They have so many kinds of coffee, and it's a good one, I must say. The other one is very trendy. This is very classic. Those are the storewares for the train. That area was built by the German Templars who've been here. Look at the roof against the snow that we don't have. We don't have rain than snow. This is beautiful. Sadly, they prepared here kind of another shopping mall, and people said we do have shopping mall next to our house. It's not unique, and they are wearing here replicas of the tiles that the Germans used to prepare here in this factory. It's nice to be here for 10 minutes, unless you are eating in that Italian restaurant or sitting in one of those coffee places. But beside that, there's nothing to do here. Look at the Washingtonia palm trees. Villenland, that's the name of the German family who built that factory and the train station here. Tickets to Jerusalem. It will take us only 4 hours. You can actually walk next to the train, and no restrooms in the train. Today it's around 40 minutes from my house to Jerusalem, but it started here. You can see that there used to have a gate here. Caron, another nice restaurant, and Malabi. I can hear the IDF airplanes. And let us finish that video while we are watching the Mediterranean Sea. That it will take us another 2-3 minutes. Meanwhile, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm reaching 200,000 sub, and I need another 5,000. Then please help me to reach that. The minute I will reach it, my daughter will declare me as a YouTuber. Until then, I'm not. Then I need your help for that. A wonderful rainy day. You can see the Mediterranean from here, but I will be closer. I will be at the other side, and don't go away. Stay with me. See the like button? Next to it there's a shape of a heart. It's called Super Thanks. If you want to help me to maintain that channel and myself, because there are no tourists yet, then you can do that. If you do have some questions, I will be more than happy to answer it. And what else? Yeah, if you'll click on the logo, which is usually at the right side of the video, you will discover hundreds of videos. I took more than 300 videos of Jerusalem this year. Promenade of Tel Aviv, it actually can reach to the city of Bat Yam, which is behind you, and the city of Herzliya. Then if you like to walk next to the sea, this is a very good idea. It's a little bit rough sea today, but it's warm. Then actually you can enter in, not today, it's a black flag, it's dangerous to enter. You can see Tel Aviv with the new skyscrapers of them. And soon you will see the city of Jaffa from far, but you will recognize it because it's actually 4,000 years old city. City on top of a city on top of a city on top of a city. Now, everything here is flat, except of Jaffa, because it's like layers of cities. 4,000 years of cities, one on top of each other. And soon you will be able to see it. It's a blue flag. Seashore, it means that it's clean, it's international, it's in the international standards, and most of the seashores of Tel Aviv are like that. There are 10 miles of it, and it's divided into so many different kind of culture and different used place. For example, straight ahead you will see soon, I forgot the name of it, when you enter with something like a sup. No, yeah, gosh, I didn't guide people for 2 years, almost for 2 years. I forgot words in English. Alright, please help me. What's the name of it? You will see it soon. Oh, let me show you something a little bit Jewish here. The Jews cannot walk a lot on Shabbat. There's kind of a border Shabbat. If you are Christians, I think in chapter 2 of Acts, they said that Mount of Olives is in the Shabbat border of Israel. See that? That tells the religious people that they can reach that point, but they cannot cross it. And in front of you, Jaffa. Surf. That's surfing. I didn't plan to be here, but I'm here. As you can see, no one is entering the sea except of that woman. And soon you will hear the lifeguard shouting at her, because she is not allowed to do that. Surfing. It's like high waves. I mean, it's a rough sea. Then we will go there to see them a little bit, and then we will say goodbye. But you can see Jaffa. Jaffa is on top of a hill because it's a city on top of a city on top of a city. And the monastery above it, it's the church and the monastery of St. Peter, and the vision of St. Peter, Book of Acts, happened there, according to the Catholic. You can see an IDF helicopter. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see. Let me try to do something with the lens. I'm looking for it. Ah, yes, yeah. Now I can see it. Whoops. Surf USA. One of the buildings that left here today, it's a museum of one of the underground, I'm afraid to say, terrorist Jewish community before 1948. My mother was part of that underground Etzel. For so many Israelis, they are not. For me, if you're killing people just because you want to kick out them from your land in a brutal way, it might be not so legal for me. That's what the Palestinian is trying to do to Israel, and we won't let them do that. You can see the port of Jaffa right there, and surfing. All right, let's see if we can see something special. Guys, you got it. Thank you for being with me in that, oh wow, 35 minutes. See you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye.